Wike has shamelessly turned his back to his godfather, who elevated him from obscurity, Abubakar Kabir. According to the Nigerian Tribune, the Northeast Unity Forum, they've issued a strong condemnation of Nyesom Wike, the minister of the FCT, for his alleged anti party activities and threats against certain governors of the PDP. These governors are reportedly aligned with Governor Similaye Fubara of Rivers State, which have become a point of contention. The condemnation comes amidst rising tensions within the party and highlights the ongoing internal disputes in the PDP. And whose problem is that? And whose problem is that? And I think the biggest distraction in the Nigerian political scene is the Nollywood and the drama that happens internally within PDP and APC. The names and the players and the actors and the protagonists and antagonists in these different cases, it's such a stupid distraction. Everything in Nigeria is a distraction from what is really going on. So what are Nigerians meant to do with this information? The weekend for Bar beef, who cares? What does that do for us? And it's a numbers game, of course. It's a numbers attention and distraction game. So the game that you are playing, you are just being a pawn in the game to fuel certain narratives that don't benefit you and that leave you distracted from the real conversation that you are meant to be having. It's crazy. In a statement released in Abuja on Tuesday, Abubakar Kabir, the convener of the NUF, criticized Wike for his threats to instigate crisis in the state that are supportive of Governor Fubara. Kabir further called on the leadership of the PDP to take swift action against Wike and emphasized the need of the party to restore order and discipline within its ranks. How is this our business? I'm really struggling to find, because I understand. I mean, I've not really been following the whole weekend for Barra situation, but so what, as the Nigerian who's hungry, what do they do with this information? Like, you are hungry, you're starving, you're unsafe as a Nigerian, and then you're being told about some political game and proxy war that's happening within, like, so what are we to do with this information? To repeat ourselves, to highlight the same thing that we've been talking about for years? The only difference is that things are more expensive and the suffering is tight. And so the comments, in the people that are commenting in the aspect of how this is a game. President Tinubu should be aware of where Wike is. Danger is in your cabinet. Why are you concerned of what Tinubu should be aware of? I'm just I'm just I'm just lost. It's a shame because it's things like this that definitely add more attention, traction, you know. It's interesting because it's nothing more than a distraction and a waste of time. Frankly speaking, it's a proper waste of time. PDP should go ahead and suspend Wiki. How does that help anything? How? These are political parties and their issues. If we're talking about these people in their positions and what they are doing in their positions, fine. But what discourse and what is our business with what is going on in the PDP internally? Wiki the tortoise. Every day a new story. And he's here forming Godfather. Another person says, good for nothing man. And it's just like, are we not tired of repeating ourselves? Are we just not tired of repeating? And they keep feeding us bullshit, and Nigerians keep eating it because it's drama, because it's interesting, because it's attention grabbing. So what are we to do with this information? All I know is that it's not all about Wike, but about the northern interest. An article comes in 2027. The fact is, Nigerians cannot trust anybody. If you want to be president, we need to look at you with big side eye. Because with how the system works, it's not just the president that is elected, for God's sake. There are different levels of government, and within those levels, there are levels. So people don't just arrive in terms of how many seats a political party will take. This is now the political party's game and priority. So more than your favorite candidate, it's not just one person. There are several people that need to uphold a system, and they all need to be thinking in the same way. And these people have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and they've not gotten inside. And we can bet that the moment they get in, we should be very suspicious of them because they've tried and failed so many times. Why now did they go in, and at what cost are they going in with? We don't know. With politics, as I say, it's a very dirty game. No one knows everyone's full intentions. People are being used to play people's games. So, what happens? Another comment here says, "Does look good luck and his wife reports to you that Wike turned his back to them?" Okay, interesting. I wish Wike will, no matter what, whatever accord he may have with Mr. President, to begin to realize that he is not a permanent friend to Tinubu, and Tinubu may be one man Wike may turn around to pour venom on anytime soon. Every political gladiator must be smart enough to leave the room for future coalescence. Backstabbing wicked Wike, because the person that he stabbed is complaining to you. Listen, I think the bigger thing really is for Nigerians to not be distracted. In the age of social media, in the age of technology, everybody with the media, it's like everyone is fighting for your attention, fighting for your consciousness, and fighting for your wokeness. And so you just have to be careful where you're putting your mind to, because whatever is consistent is powerful and can take over. So you, like, unexpectedly you find yourself in these back and forth about who this governor is doing and all that, and then you give yourself high blood pressure, you give yourself hopelessness, because the more you engage in these things, the more you realize that there is no way out and you are trapped for life. So then what are you going to do about it? Put what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.